We've seen CX be run in marketing. We see CX being run reporting directly to a CEO or COO. We've seen CX in other places, customer care, and even in IT. Our observation is that if you do it right, if you do the discipline right, you get the data, you understand customers, you're being customer-centric outside in, you could theoretically run it anywhere as long as you use the discipline appropriately. The interesting thing for me as a lifelong marketer is that I honestly think that CX is vital for marketing. So in a way, while marketing is important for CX, CX is vital for marketing. We see the CMOs under attack. We see large organizations that are going without CMOs now. We sometimes see CMOs being pushed down a little bit in the organization. They don't always have that seat at the table. They might report to a chief growth officer, chief customer officer. And so to me, I think that the problem is that we got, as marketers, a little lazy in the mass media era. We had complete control of the channels. There were very few channels. We could get our message in front of people. All it took was the right budget, the right message. And of course, consumers didn't have social media. They didn't have the scale that brands had. And so now we've sort of reversed those things. We have lots of channels and people are putting up ad blockers and they have canned spam. And so it's a really challenging time. And the way brands are created increasingly are a little less with what you say about yourself, but a little more about what other people say. And what other people say, what's important is the experiences you provide. And so we enter this period where I think CX is really important for marketing. I sometimes remind people about the 4 Ps of marketing and how we've lost those. They don't do the price, they don't do the place, they aren't responsible for the product. All they are is promotion. And if all you're going to be is the chief promotion officer, that is not a strategic position. And in fact, you're only going to be held responsible for acquisition and things that are directly attributable. And so from my view, and I'm fairly passionate about it, is that CX is important for marketers. It's important for the CMO. They get to reclaim the 4 Ps. Customer experience is about price and product and place as well as promotion. And so I'd really love to see marketers claim this a little more. Now, among the challenges is that marketers, as they approach customer experience, will fall into their habits of only focusing on the marketing funnel, or what we call the buy cycle. And so instead of an end-to-end customer experience, we'll be looking at things like a buyer profile and only map the journey through acquisition. And so we're always pushing our marketing clients to think beyond that, to think earlier in the journey, to think later in the journey. And once again, if you're going to focus on satisfaction, loyalty, and advocacy, clearly acquisition and winning the customer is important. You don't win any of those other 3 things unless you get acquisition. But if you stop at acquisition, you don't necessarily build those strong relationships. You don't differentiate. So I'm kind of passionate about marketers claiming customer experience. But as I said, it could really be run anywhere as long as it's run appropriately. And so that's really a decision up to marketers. If they abandon customer experience, I think that they will do it to their detriment. And if they claim it, I think it puts them in the driver's seat of being responsible for something important and strategic, and really representing the customer, being their customer's advocate inside organizations.